And welcome to Flashback. That's a recap of some stories that made headlines during the week. On Monday, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun, promised to arrest perpetrators of the killings in Benue State and restore peace in the North Central State. They said this during their visit to Yelwata community in Guma local government area, following the directive of President Bola Tinubu.
They fired for almost 5 hours. They met a stiff resistance here from the police.
They have killed 3 persons in a house.
These are recounts of the attack that happened on Friday night in Yelwata community of Guma local government area of Benue State. Days after, this is what's left of the killing and destruction of lives and property, one which has drawn the presence of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and the Inspector General of Police, IGP Egbetokun. This visit aims to strengthen security presence and coordination in the area, while Security Chief assures victims and survivors of the federal government's commitment to restore peace and justice.
We're here to ensure that we address such. From now, I'll be going to see my commanders, and we have to change our strategy. We're going to look inward and see how we can address it. But like we mentioned, we cannot do it alone without the community, without the state. We need everybody to be part of it. And so I've discussed with the communities, the traditional rulers, with the clergy, for us to work united.
It is not just an attack on the people of Benue State. It's an attack on the entire nation. And we are not going to accept it.
The state governor I sent earlier says that their visit restores the confidence in the people, as hope of ending the killings is high.
The presence of the Chief of Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, and the IGP mean quite much to me, and definitely the people as well.
It's expected that drastic measures are taken and action to guide against reoccurrence of such killings and destruction is put in place.
And on Tuesday, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, called for the training of youth across Benue State to serve as vigilantes under the supervision of the military. He said this at a meeting with traditional rulers in Makurdi.
This is the day 2 of the visit of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, to Benue State. Here he meets with traditional rulers. The general urged the traditional rulers to put a check to any criminal elements within their domain. He adds that he will not tolerate any act of sabotage while working to ensure the protection of Benue communities.
When I came to Yelwata, what I saw, the burnings were targeted. How did they know those locations? Somebody was giving them an info, and we had to address it. But I want to appeal to ourselves. Yes, so many killings have happened, so many things have happened. Please, we're looking for the way, because we don't want this to continue like this. And it takes all of us to make a headway, all of us.
The traditional institution has promised the CDS that information is vital, and at all times we'll make sure our people provide the necessary information to them to do their work properly.
All has been said is to build trust amongst ourselves. He has come with a very, very clear mandate to his people. He has said it. And we believe him, and we trust that from now going forward, peace will return to Benue.
In another development at the government house, the Nasarawa State Governor, Abdullahi Sule, visits Governor Alia to commiserate with the people of Benue State over the Yelwata attack.
So it is actually with a deep sense of sympathy and concern that we received the news, the recent attacks by none other than criminals at Yelwata, where so many people were killed. Anytime you have these kinds of crises at the border in Benue, it goes to affect us also in Nasarawa State.
With top security and political leaders backing local vigilante training and interstate cooperation, many in Benue are hopeful that an end to the violence may finally be in sight.
Now, Wednesday, President Bola Tinubu directed the Benue State government to set up a peace committee in order to find a permanent solution to the killings in the state. The president said this at a town hall meeting in Makurdi.
The president arrived at the Tactical Air Command base of the Nigerian Air Force in Makurdi at approximately 12:58 p.m. and proceeded directly to the Benue University Teaching Hospital. There he met some of the victims who were receiving treatment for injuries sustained during the attack. The president later holds a meeting with stakeholders at the banquet hall of the government house.
Let us please find a way to form a committee of elders here. That committee to comprise those who had governed this state before, including Atom Pera, to be the committee to really find a permanent accommodation.
President Tinubu also appealed to the people of the state to support their governor during this trying time and also urged him to develop synergy with neighboring governors.
We can turn this tragedy into economic prosperity.
While I acknowledge the concerns surrounding its implementation, I believe the federal government can address these by setting clear state-specific guidelines.
We appeal to you to end the genocide going on in Benue State and the insecurity in all parts of Nigeria. We know you are capable of doing it, sir.
The preferred recommendations of the president at this stakeholders meeting is expected to bring a lasting solution to the insecurity in Benue State and the North Central region as a whole.
Now let's flash back to Thursday when the Niger State government said more than 700 people were missing in the aftermath of the flood disaster in Mokwa. Deputy Governor Yakubu Garuba said this during a condolence visit from a Catholic university.